Hello, I'm Vanessa, and I'm doing project number 8. And I'm doing this is the second video blog for the Ava and Franco Matez art book. Okay, so I started off by first reading the assigned reading that we had to do, and I'm going to start with question number 1. It asks, the Matez stole the entire temporary available exhibition surface from the website hell.com and republished it on 0.1org. What do you think they are saying about copyright and ownership as it relates to art and the internet by this action? Okay, I think Ava and Frank are saying that if art is published in the internet and if people put their work out there, that people should be able to manipulate that artwork and make it their own. You know, they don't want art to be just personal and for the owner to just keep it to itself. I actually believe that they have the right to. If an artist wants to keep their artwork private and personal, they should be able to. But Ava and Franco think the opposite. They think that art should be for everyone and people should be able to manipulate it and make art their own meaning, right? Okay, question number 2 asks, what are the differences between hacktivism and Ava and Franco's theft of hell.com exhibition? I had to do some research for this question. First, I had to figure out what hacktivism meant, and it is the use of computers and computer networks as a means of protest to promote political ends. So it's a political statement. That's the end, right? The political statement. And Ava and Franco also use they steal art and stuff to do a political statement. But what Ava and Franco do is they stole exhibition from hell.com, right? And then they manipulated it and made it their own, right? That's their main purpose. That's what they did. Question number 3 asks, what are the thoughts of Ava and Franco's erection of a huge Nike swoosh in Vienna? What was it any less offensive after you learned that it was art and actually acting against a corporation which it represented? Okay, so what I thought about the Nike swoosh in Vienna, I thought it was ridiculous. You know, I don't think anyone is going to take it seriously. You know, a city cannot be bought. I didn't find it interesting. What I just saw was that people recognize Nike. They recognize the logo. You know, it's a worldwide logo and it's very, very popular and powerful. But when I found out that it was actually that art piece that Ava and Franco did was to act against a corporation, I was more fond about it. You know, I don't like corporations, and I think they're just money hungry and are out there to make high profits and don't care about workers or anything. So, you know, knowing that, I kind of liked their piece more. Okay, question number 4. How is a Second Life avatar like a portrait, and how is it different? Okay, so a portrait to me is just a picture that represents your physical characteristics, right? It just shows who you are, just your physical aspects. But an avatar, like in Second Life, you can make it whatever you want. You can represent who you are as a person, you know, not just your physical characteristics. You know, let's just put an example. If you were born a woman, but you feel like you should be a male, in Second Life, you can create a character that is a male. You know, it represents who you are. It doesn't just represent your physical characteristics, right? That's how I feel they're different. Question number 5. What types of concerns are the artists rising in synthetic performances? I think a lot of concerns that these artists face is whether or not their audience is gonna feel the emotion of their performance, even, you know, since they're not actually there and seeing it. And I think they can, you know, like Mr. Zugman said in his art class. When we watch a movie, let's say an example, if we're watching Titanic, in the ending, we're crying, right? We get emotional to the movie even though we're not actually there, and when they were acting it out, we're not actually living the scene, but we get emotional, you know? So I think that's not I think they're concerned about that, but I don't think they should be, you know? Because we are emotional people and we do feel emotion. We don't have to be seeing it, you know? We can visualize it. Okay, question number 6 asks, how do these performances function differently when the participant is aware of historical background compared to avatars who don't know what the art is supposed to be? Okay, I think the historical background, if you know the history behind the artist's work, I think you're already expecting what the artist should produce, right? You already know what the art means and have background on it. On the other hand, when you see art in like Second Life or when you're experiencing it as an avatar, you don't know what the art is, so you have a true, genuine reaction to that art. You know, you might like it, you might hate it. You know, when you have the history of it, even though you don't visually like it, you understand it, right? You end up liking it just because you know the historical background and stuff, you know. So So I think it's in Second Life, you get a more genuine feeling. You know, it's a true feeling of what you feel about that art. Okay. Question number 7 is, what is the Matisse art about? Why are the themes united in all their projects? Okay, with the Matisse art, they basically want to create art and manipulate it to create a political statement, right? They copy the art and they want to, the political statement they do is, you know, they want art to be for everyone, and they feel that art should be able to, people should be able to manipulate that art and create it their own. So I think that's what their art is about. And they obviously know that art is all over, is everywhere in every part of life, you know, it's part of our society. That's Matisse art. Okay, question number 8. What is the meaning of flogging a dead horse? Okay, when I first saw this question, I was really confused. I didn't even know what that meant. So I did some research, and it's also a song by the Sex Pistols, right? This question is kind of confusing. I don't know if I'm going to explain it right. What I feel is that it relates to Aben Franco, because when you first see their art, you might not be able to understand it or make sense of it, but that's the process, right? That's a process of understanding the art. You have to be able to get involved with it and be able to figure it out. It's a process. I think that's what it is. It comes down to the point that it's a process of understanding their art. But yeah, I don't know if that made sense or not, but that's my answer. And I'm done with this video blog. I can't make it that long because my computer is not allowing me to make long videos and post them on YouTube, and it's a big headache. But yeah, this is my video number 2 for the Aben Franco project, and I hope I get a good grade because I need it. Goodbye, teachers. Thank you.